Hey guys, I had my friend Brian over and we were talking about going on a bike ride and he said, I've never actually ridden a bike. And, I was like, wow, okay, well, this is cool. We'll teach you how. And, it's actually something we just started working on, but I thought it'd be cool to put on video in case you or someone else is trying to learn how to ride a bike. So it's pretty simple, but there are some key pieces to figure out. So this is Brian. Hey, buddy.
Hey.
The thing about the bike he's on right now that's really great is that it's a low step bike. So see how this is called the top tube. It's pretty low. This is called the down tube, by the way. Here's the fork because it kind of looks like a fork. The wheels, everything like that. Here's the rear cassette with cogs, and there's the front chain rings. Okay, so there's basic parts of a bike. Another really important piece is the brakes. So these are the brake levers right here, and they pull on those calipers here that bring the pads in contact with the rim. Some bikes have disc brakes and other things, but that's going to be important. When you're learning how to ride a bike, you want a bike that's going to fit you, that you can easily stand over. See how his feet are flat on the ground? That's a comfortable position. He isn't trying to, on tiptoes, like going to fall off the bike. And of course, he's going to need to use those brakes later as he starts to learn. So anyway, the way they teach kids these days to ride bikes is they have these little like kick bikes. They don't even have pedals. What you do is you kind of sit on the seat like he is right now, and then you push with your feet. And as you do that, the bike gets some momentum, and that's important because that gives you balance. And then as it feels stable, go ahead and kick a little bit, Brian, and then pick your feet up. See how he can pick his feet up like that? He's basically riding a bike. I mean, he's not pedaling or anything, but he's getting a feel for the balance. And see, now if you tried to turn, Brian, and you were going to fall, you could easily put your feet down. So he really doesn't need to fall at all. Of course, he has his helmet on. Why don't you do a turn? Yeah. See how he put his right foot down? Very easily. See, so he's learning about balance, and that's the first step when you're trying to learn how to ride a bike. Go ahead and pull over here, Brian. There we go. He's not going fast enough to actually need to use his brakes yet. He can just put his feet down. But as he gets faster, he's going to start to need to use brakes because this is the kind of bike that you can pedal backwards. So here, why don't you pick up see how this pedals backwards like that? Yeah, see, here, just move your leg and yeah, see that? Some of the kids' bikes and stuff, if you pedal backwards, that's your brake, but this one's a little bit fancier. So, he needs to start getting used to taking his hand and actually reaching for that brake lever. On this bike, the right lever activates the rear brake, and that's actually the best brake to use. If you put too much braking power on the front, the bike can kind of endo and you can fall off. Also, if that starts to slide, you might crash, versus the rear one sliding, you can kind of drag it behind you and you have an easier time balancing. So the next thing that Brian's going to do is practice kicking along, but only with one foot, and he's going to put the other foot on the pedal. So you see that? This foot is always going to be off the ground. And that means, half of his balance is gone. He can only rely on his other foot to kick. This is going to help him go faster, and it's also going to reinforce that he needs to balance with his upper body, not his feet, okay? And then good, this is great. See, your hand is on the brake. That's important because earlier we almost had a little collision with the car over there. He's getting excited about learning how to bike and forgot that, I need to brake. So why don't you do that, Brian? Just kind of kick along. It's almost like a kick scooter. One foot is up. The other foot is kicking. There you go. And we're doing this on a street that's not too busy, so it's pretty safe. He's got his helmet on. So look at that. He's basically riding a bike now. He's not pedaling or anything, but he's turning. Go ahead and use the brakes for me. There. So see, he still used his foot a little bit, but he's using the brakes. So he's developing the instincts that you need to ride a bike. And like literally, how long has it been since you started learning right now, Brian?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. So we've been out here, we practiced for a little while, and I decided to get the camera. But that's pretty awesome. Like in 20 minutes, you're able to basically coast. Again, I think that having the right size bike really matters for starting out, and then developing these instincts. Because, have you fallen?
Nope.
No, hasn't fallen at all. No scrapes, no fear being built up about how to balance. He's learning. Do you feel comfortable enough to like put that other foot on the pedal and try to actually pedal? Yeah, there we go. This is literally the first time, Brian. Go ahead and use those brakes. You got to practice the brakes. Brake with your hands. See, he's got the instinct for feet. Look at that. Okay, bring it back. Yeah, pretty amazing. Good job. There we go. Okay, see, so we're still building those habits, but we're about 5 minutes. There's your 5-minute overview on how to ride a bike. Again, the right bike size, practicing balance without pedaling, getting a little bit better by picking one foot up and using the other one like a kick scooter, and then practicing braking. And from there, you're basically riding a bike. So have fun, be safe, wear your helmet and stuff, and yeah, enjoy yourself out there. This is a really great way to get around. That's healthy, kind of community oriented, and really just a lot of fun.